Hey brothers and sisters in Christ and people of YouTube. It has been so peaceful this last week. It literally has been the best. Like when God removes your enemies from your life, it's just like you're starting a new chapter. Like, it's like a seed that's just sprouted and germinated into a beautiful flower. You can see everything in colour and your life really starts taking off. Like, he just keeps blessing me every day, and everyone I speak to is a blessing, and my life's just taken off so much. Like at work, if I've got any problems, my boss will ring me and sort it out with me, and I've never really had that. At least for the last 10 years, I've never really had a boss that really cares about your problems. And then just little things like blessing me, like my favourite coffee van's just virtually opposite my house every day, and like you gotta see the small things he does for you as well, because I've been quite tired lately because I've been working every day, and I'm just trying to work out my sleeping patterns because they're all over the place. Because once you get home, your life doesn't stop. You gotta realise you're just by yourself. It's just you and God. So it's like you gotta maximise all your time. Like I'll probably do the washing. It's like nearly midnight, but yeah, it needs to be done because it's going to be hot tomorrow. Things like that, just simple things. But yeah, it's just finally over. Like I'm just so happy that I don't have to fight with this person anymore, and just basically try to destroy my life for no reason. Like just come after me because they hated me when they should have loved me, because God sent me to them, that I was what they prayed for, and this person still couldn't see the blessing that he'd sent them. When you're an evil person, you cannot recognize a good person because there's no good in you. There's no truth. There's no kindness in you. And anytime someone remotely good comes into your life, you get paranoid and you think, no, they've got an angle. They must want something from me. Like they just want this or that. And it's really sad that this was the same path my ex went on, because the fact was she had nothing to offer me. Like she had everything to gain from me. Like I lowered myself for her. Like I could have done so much better, but I just recognised someone that had some worth. I could see potential there, and I thought if she could just heal, she could be like a top woman. But the thing was, I didn't realise she was evil to the core. I only saw the things she presented. So there was a whole double life there that I knew nothing about. And this is where my discernment was not strong enough at the time. And yeah, the sad thing is, like, she threw out a diamond to just go after topaz, or to go after zirconia. Like, and I know she'd be feeling it now. That basically, you got to live with your decisions. Like, when you leave someone that was good for you, there's no going back. You can't just turn around and go, oh, I'm sorry for cheating on you, stealing off you, and lying on you, and to the point that you lost some really good jobs. Like that's never gonna work. And I tried explaining to this person that when you have a relationship with someone, it's like a flame burning, and as you mistreat someone, that flame dims more and more and more, and to the point that there's no flame anymore, and that'll be the end. And once that happens, there's no going back. And this person just did not understand what I meant. did not understand that when you have a passion for someone or a love for someone, it goes away. Like it's not like something that you can rekindle. But yeah, they chose pride and ego over love, and it's because when you live with pride and ego every day, there's no love in your heart. You only really care about yourself and the things that you can get off people. And the narcissist was so selfish, even when they didn't have money, they would buy things off Temu that didn't cost much just so they could have presents that they give themselves every day. Like, this is how selfish they are. And like from my previous video where I was talking about Proverbs 31, there's a line in there about the woman giving to the poor, and the narcissist never gives anything to anyone that is not transactional. Like, if she gives food to friends, so-called friends, it's her enablers that she works with that are helping her to put people down at work so she can rise up higher and get positions that she's not really entitled for and that she's not really good at. But once she takes out the opposition, they've got to hire her. See, this is one lesson the last narcissist never learns. If you're doing things in your life that you can't tell anybody about, that you have to hide from people the truth, then you shouldn't be doing them. And this is the narcissist life down to a T. When they're cheating on you, half the friends don't know because they don't want to lose face. They don't want people to know if this person is a prostitute, a full sex worker, a whore, whatever you want to call them. They when they're doing these things, nobody wants to be friends with someone that is in that trade because, you know, it's just dirty. And, you know, I'm sorry if there's sex workers out there that are watching, but it's not good for your soul to be a sex worker. It gives you soul ties. It's not the way we were supposed to behave. We're supposed to marry and have one partner. But it's just the fact that their whole life is like this. Everything they do is a secret. And, you know, they'll have secret groups that some will know and some won't know. And the ones that do know are just as evil as the narcissist. They're probably narcissists themselves, because anyone that would go along with destroying a good person just so that they can inflate their ego, or just so they can have something to laugh about around a table, should really be ashamed of themselves. Especially a lot of these people claim to be like God-fearing people that don't follow God at all and live in the world and behave like the world. And these people really need a bullet. They're good for nothing. And basically, yeah, anyone that treats someone like this really should be cast into a fire. It's just not the way you treat people. And the narcissist had many friends like this. Like, I'm not talking like one or two, I'm talking like about 200, you know, like a big number. And these people all thought it was okay to get financial gain off men, try to destroy them or leave them and slander them. This was their MO. This is what they thought was okay. And that's really, really bad if there's that many wicked people hanging out together. But these people are all cowards and they can't do things up front, because if they did, that person would leave them in the dust and they couldn't live by themselves. And a lot of these people are coming out from foreign countries and just think it's okay to get married to someone for a transactional reason, which is really not okay, and it shouldn't be allowed. And really it makes them look silly, especially when they marry someone that's 30 years older than them. They look ridiculous, and you can tell on their face they feel shame for doing it, but they still chose money over authenticity, over love. And these people crave love and they'll never get it, because that was their punishment for chasing money. There's consequences for your actions. You can't just go around doing whatever you want. There is universal law. There's consequences. And when you do bad things, it's not like you just get punished straight away. But when you do, you get punished in God's perfect timing and in His perfect way. And it's devastating. Who wants to be punished by God? Like, He created the world. Imagine what He could do to you if He chose to. Like, you need to think about stuff like that. And like the narcissist just basically, nothing in their life is pure, nothing in their life is authentic. And even when they have children, they don't love their children. They just love the attention they get from it. Like, they'll pretend they're the perfect mother, like doing things like, I'm gonna buy my kids lunches for his school from the canteen, so I've got a paper record that I feed him every day. But at the same time, just lock him up in a room and forget about him while you're putting your makeup on for 2 hours. Like, this is just really sad that they do this, and the kid is just like another one of their toys, like just something to, show around to people at parties and then tell them to piss off and do their own thing because you've got some gossiping to do. Like, seriously, that's how sad their life is. Like, I remember being a kid and Mum would not let me go near certain people, and some of them are family members. She's like, don't go near this woman, she's a gossip, and pretend not to see her if you walk past her shop, because she was a big gossip, and as soon as she saw you, it'd be non-stop, and you'd have trouble getting away from this person because they'd talk really fast and they'd be trying to loop you into their gossip. And that's the trouble with gossips. They don't realise that not everyone wants to hear you back, people. Not everyone shares in your road down to destruction. Like, there's people out there that the narcissist knows that she thinks are her friends or people she can trust, that are actually just taking notes of all the bad things she's doing, and they're going to expose her one day. And they don't think about this. They just think, oh, everyone's on board with me, and if they're not, they're afraid of me because I can't be stopped. But the thing is, those people aren't afraid of the narcissist. They're disgusted with the narcissist. Like, the ones that have seen through the mask, me especially, like, I wouldn't even be able to look at my ex ever again just because of the bad things she's done. It's just a filthy person, like, and for someone that you were married to behave like a prostitute in every which way, it's really bitter pill to swallow, and it's really hard thing to get over, because you think, how stupid was I to believe this person was a good person? This is what you keep wrestling with. You're like, how could I be so foolish to take this person into my life? Not to mention all the soul ties you would have had from just having sex with them. That's why you have to be so careful who you entertain in your life. Like, there's a lot of so-called religious people that just think you can sleep around, you can have one-night stands, you can do all this stuff, but there's a spiritual side to it. And when you get soul tied to a whole bunch of different people that you were never meant to be tied to, it destroys your soul. It's in the Bible. It says, those who commit adultery destroy their own soul. That's clear as day to me. It's like you should just not be sleeping around having brief encounters with people. And even the narcissists, they don't know how fractured their soul is, and how, like, all the evil they've done has taken away their humanity. Like, they're they're no better than a serial killer. Basically, they've got no empathy. All their morals are gone, and if they ever had them to begin with, and they just have no scruples. Like, they will rip off anyone in their life. Like, if I was friends with a narcissist, I would hide my bank cards. I would hide like any access codes to anything, your phone, your internet. Just hide all of that stuff, because the fact is that person is not your friend, and they will steal off you. They quite happily do it, and they might only do little bits at a time just so they have one over you, so they can say, oh, they didn't even know I'm stealing off them. Like, for an example, there was this Vietnamese couple that he was always asking me how to stop money coming out of his account. And I had to spend a couple of hours going over to his, ringing his bank up, getting him the help he needed, and plug that hole. And then it kept happening. And then I realised the truth. I'm like, that's probably just a narcissist doing that, because they love doing stuff like that. And if they know you've got money, they'll pinch it. Like, they'll find ways to do it. So yeah, like, it was just a waste of time me helping them anyway, because my ex would have just been stealing it again. And yeah, it's a real bitter pill to swallow. You have memories from years ago that you feel like you're with a good person, but the whole time those memories are false. Like, that person was just putting on an act, and they acted really convincingly. But then you look at them years later, once you know the truth, and all you see is basically an animal. Like, someone that's no better than a dog. But, a dog will tear up your yard, they'll come in like a tornado, and that's basically what the narcissist does. They're a tornado. They just blow through town and just destroy and consume everything they can. Yeah. But thankfully, thanks to the grace of God, he removed this person from my life and cancelled any soul ties connected to them, which is good, because it's not really fair on a person if you unwillingly get soul ties. Like, if you know someone's a prostitute or a dirty stop out and you have sex with them, then you deserve those soul ties because you knew beforehand. But when someone presents himself as a good, loyal person that's only ever had one partner at a time, when it's completely untrue, in that case, like, it's not really fair on the other person that, they're sleeping with you and they don't even know that you've probably got diseases, you've probably got sexually transmitted things, and they have no idea because you made it sound like you were just a good single mother, just doing it a bit tough, but it's all lies, and this is where they have no scruples. Like, they don't consider anybody else in their life. And it's the same with, if you're with a narcissist for years and they just discard you, like, I'll get another one. Like, they haven't even considered their family or the people involved in their life that you're a part of as well. They just move on like nothing's happened. And this is how sick these people are. And all of them are just demon-possessed people that are bonded to demons. Like, they don't realise what a mess their life is. And when they leave your life, they take all those demons with them. Like, this whole week has just been really peaceful. The air's just been so light in the house. I can just sleep right through. I'm just feeling better. Like, I don't have anything around me attacking me spiritually. And my house feels like a house of God, which was what I'd always intended it to be. And I told the narcissist in the beginning that that's what it was going to be. But they had other ideas. That was a going to be a house of debauchery for them, a house of depravity, a whorehouse. You know, they just wanted a whorehouse for themselves. The trouble is, though, there's no freedom from the narcissist because they never actually move out. Like, there's still stuff in my house, still got half the doors locked in my house. Like, they've designed like a prison, and they think they're head jailer, and even though they leave, it's like they've left the place like a hotel room for themselves, so that when they get sick of the new supply they can just retreat back, because they never fully leave. They're too codependent to do that. And if you're an A grade supplier, they'll never leave you. They'll always pretend that, you know, go away for a while and come back a month or two later, but that's just what's so sick about them. They never can take accountability for the things they've done, and they can never move on with their life. And that's why I'll always consider this person nothing more than a joke, because they basically, everything they've said has been a lie, and they've basically, like, they tell you that they don't need you, and yet they can never let you go, which is the funniest thing about it. Yeah, but there's mental health issues. They really need, one, they need to go see a doctor or a health professional about their mental health issues, a counsellor, but they also need to go see a Christian deliverance ministry to get rid of those demons and, you know, generational curses in their life. Until then, they're never going to be happy. They're just going to keep going around on the spin cycle, you know, in the washing machine. Anyway, God bless all of you. Remember, Jesus loves you. I love you, and have a blessed day in Jesus' name.